What's up, everybody? This is Paul Cooley from RuleYourRealm.com, and in this video I want to talk to you about brand reputation. What is the reputation of your corporate brand or your personal brand? This has been a topic. I recently spoke on this at a conference, and people had a lot of questions about it, which was great because it's not necessarily something that people think of offhand. I mean, they get everyone has a reputation, but they don't necessarily know how to manage that, because when you understand that you are your brand, that kind of changes things a little bit. Everything that you do, everything that you don't do, don't say, whatever, is branding you. It's telling your audience something about you. How you respond or how you don't respond to tweets, to emails, to Facebook posts, whatever, that is relaying and expressing a message to them. And so if you're ignoring them, that's saying, hey, you're not worth it. You're not worth my time. And probably not a smart thing to say to your target audience. So I want to cover a couple things. You may be familiar with the term of brand touch points. Now, a brand touch point really is any way that you can reach out and touch your audience, or they can reach out and touch you at some point of interaction and engagement with a brand and their consumer. Okay, so that could be done, let's say, through customer service. It could be done through an email, a tweet, a phone call, a handshake in person, whatever. These are all engaging factors. These are all touch points. So when you start growing your brand and it becomes, whether it's still just you and you're a solopreneur, or you now are the CEO of a company, or you're a manager, or whatever, now you're relying on other people too inside of the business to really express the brand in a right way, in a good way. This can be risky. This can be a challenge. And so this is where it's so important to have your team trained in such a way that they know exactly what the brand message is and how, it's sad to say this, but how to treat people. Yeah, don't get me started on that. I'm trying to stay away from that topic because I just wrote a blog post about it. So anyway, but I did it, there's always reminders about this with having brand touch points. So you need, in order to really have good, solid grasp on your brand touch points, is you need to have processes, systems, and common sense. And what I mean by that is common sense in the degree of treat people the way you want to be treated. Tweet people the way you want to be tweeted. I mean, whatever the case may be, if you don't want to be ignored, don't ignore them. I recently, just yesterday actually, those of you know, I'm almost done with a book, Breaking the Brand, and I'm excited about getting that into the public's hands. But, I was planning on going more of the self-published route, and then other things changed where I'm looking into other things. And so I had multiple calls lined up with different publishers, just to kind of get an idea of what other options were. And so I was actually really surprised on how many really came across as though I wasn't very important, which there's a whole lesson in that. You'll have to remind me. I'll do one. But as far as canceling and rescheduling on me, and I mean, this multiple people, I'm like, why is it so hard to keep your appointment? Whatever. And so I'm not putting them down saying that. What I'm saying is, my point in saying that is that left an impression upon me. And so with that, there's people staring at me through the other car. That's weird. Anyway, everyone say hi. It's one of those things where you really do have to have a grasp on how you treat people. Make them feel important, because these are your consumers. Your target audience are the ones that are paying your bills. So treat them nicely, okay? Systems in place and processes in place so nothing slips in between the cracks. Systems are designed to produce a specific task. So for example, let's say your email is getting bombarded with a whole bunch of emails. What kind of system, what kind of process could be put into place, whether it's a digital system or just a process in how you manage and go through your emails, that people aren't going to get lost. You know what I mean? Because I mean, I know many of us, we get hundreds, if not thousands of emails. So what could be a way to fix that? Is it setting up a different email account? Is it using a system? There's apps on, I know my iPhone that allows, well, actually now there's an update too with iOS 6 that allows, you know, only certain emails to come through. So I mean, there's a lot of different interesting things that you can do. Excuse me. So having systems in place, if let's just say a customer service, I don't know why I'm stuck on customer service, but a customer service thing comes in, a ticket, a request, there is a certain system and process that goes through to make sure that ticket gets addressed in a timely manner and makes the person not only get the answer they need, but makes them feel good. See what I mean? It's creating an experience. So what kind of an experience are you creating with your brand? So it's something to think about. When you are trying to have a good reputation online, offline, when you're trying to manage and protect your reputation, these touch points are huge because these are the things that really are the determining factor of the overall experience for the consumer and your brand. And if they have a bad experience, it's very easy to tweet, to post something, and now your reputation has a tarnish on it, and we don't want that. So anyway, hope that makes sense. I want to know, what do you guys think? What kind of system would you put into place to protect your reputation? What are you currently doing right now to manage and protect your reputation? And do you have systems in place to get the job done? Talk to you soon, guys. God bless. This is Paul Cooley with RuleYourRealm.com.